Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back in. Got a couple spring updates that I want to share with you guys. We're going to start right here with the muscadines. So if you watched a few videos back, Tony and I really trimmed this thing back. It was basically all bare, but we have pretty good growth coming back in there from that trim job. But if you take a look right here, we already have some muscadines starting to form in there. So that's pretty cool. So we'll probably see those later in the summer, maybe August, September time frame, give or take a few weeks, maybe a month or so, and we should be able to get some muscadines out of there. The next update I want to show you is this garden. Now, clearly I have neglected this garden. It was fresh, tilled soil, and I let it sit for a few days, but clearly I did not do a good job of preventing weeds or doing any type of weed prevention really to start with, and that probably hampered quite a bit of the growth of the plants that I put in here. But I do have a couple cucumber plants that are growing. Cucumbers will pretty much grow all the time, so I had a few of those grow. I have a few lettuce plants kind of here in the middle that are starting to sprout up, and then right beyond that I have a couple watermelon plants, but my peppers kind of on the end, they don't look like they took off at all. But since I've been neglectful of this garden all spring, I have some of that black weed paper that I'm going to put down over the weed areas, and then just kind of maybe cut out around the plants that are growing. That way I don't have to fight these weeds all spring and all summer long. So that's what my first project for the day is going to be. This shouldn't take me too terribly long. It's pretty straightforward. Everything's pretty rectangle too. And getting around the plants shouldn't be a problem. Plan on just kind of rolling them over, cut a little area for them so they can keep growing through. Probably should have just let this area keep growing. Well, ran out of the roll that I had, so obviously I need another one, but for the most part it's turned out all right for what I was trying to accomplish. As you can see, I didn't really get a lot of good cucumber growth, but you can kind of see where those plants have started, so maybe blocking some of the weeds and kind of crowding those out, they may get a chance to grow a little bit better. But down here on this side, there's a few watermelon plants in there, but they kind of blend in with some of the weeds right there. like I said, over here, there's actually none of the pepper plants that I had originally planted in there. Again, no big deal. I know plenty of people who have gardens and they should have anything that we don't have or for anything we need. So this is gonna be just fine. I'll get another roll, finish this up. Just filled in some of the gaps with some of the cutoffs right there. And yeah, we're gonna go from there. I got the bush hog on the tractor, and what I'm wanting to do is I'm actually on the back side of the fence. And the reason why I'm on the back side of the fence is with the bush hog hooked up, I don't want to really kind of attack it from the front side because there's so much barbed wire still on that side over there. And that's a whole project in itself right now that I don't want to tackle. So what I'm going to try to do is just going to knock down some of these taller weeds, some of this taller grass, and kind of clean up some of this. I don't want to take it down completely, and I'm not going to be able to anyways. But part of the goal is to kind of keep it still that secluded look, but also kind of clean it up and give it some room to breathe and have some of these trees and other stuff to grow and maybe get rid of some of these stuff that's unwanted. So let's get after it. All right, so this bush hogging job actually went a lot better than I ever thought it was going to. I thought I was just going to actually kind of get down by the, I guess the front part right here and kind of be done with it. But the bush hog did really, really good. And so you can kind of see what we did. It was taking out quite a bit of the trees that were probably smaller than 2 inches in diameter. But to kind of give you perspective, okay, here's a pretty large tree. And out here where my hand is where all that brush had kind of grown to. That's a good, I don't know, 15 feet in some places to where I was able to get it back. And then we go around this corner here, and you just kind of see the area of destruction. And now we can get all the way up here to the back of this fence, which is right there. I cut that one limb off so I could get up under here. I probably could have stood to just cut the whole limb and been done, but that was wild to be able to get as much done as I was able to, which I was very, very, very shocked to do. And one of the neatest parts was kind of seeing that big vine fall that had grown all the way up into the top of this tree right here. And I mean, it took every bit of the tractor past that camber stand almost out to where the chainsaw is back there to get it to fall out of the tree. I'm sure I'm going to be covered in poison oak like I was a few months ago, but I'll deal with that. And I still have plenty of tree line to bush hog as we go up this way. You can kind of see how the road enters up that way, and there's a whole bunch still to go right there. Yeah, that was a great day of bush hogging right there.